Doesn't have to be
So
online.
everybody can see my life and my everyday. All my real life friends are on here watching me. Reaching out to my family, talking to my family, telling them I'm trying to kill myself tonight when I didn't.
Nicole,
Tap the screen, guys.
We love the TikTok
I
shop.
told the cops that this shit is a fucking pushing point for me. I did. I told them that I wanted to kill myself the other day. I did.
We love the TikTok shop.
All of this. I told them
If she would have told them all of that, they would have taken her. So she's lying.
I'm nothing but real about my mental health.
but you have to be to the point to where you want. You're struggling. You're struggling. You're not okay. We can figure out somewhere for the dog to be.
I'm not going to a mental health facility. I've been. It fucking makes things worse. If you haven't been,
I've been.
I don't want people to speak on it. It's not good here. They're not good here.
Listening on another device. My bad.
These people are fucking 10 times worse than me.
I don't want to get on this app one day, Nicole, and you just not be here because you just had enough. This isn't good. And we're
Then
here.
at what point does it stop on the app, AK?
When you don't come back to it.
Yeah,
when you don't come back
it's
to
not
it.
gonna stop. I haven't been on for days, and it continued day after day after day after day, and I haven't been live. I haven't been on the internet, and I get on the internet, and the first live I see is talking shit. I wake up to screen recordings of talking shit over and over and over and over and over again.
The people who love you and care about you need to stop sending Nicole screen recordings. Stop sending her messages.
Yeah, and I told them that today. I said, I don't want to see any of this shit. I texted you today and said, I wasn't ready to come back on this app.
I know.
I know where my mental health is, but I'm so tired of people that are fucking worthless and not giving a fuck about people. You see I'm not okay. This is not a fucking skit, bro. I'm not okay. I don't want the professional help because I've had bad experiences my whole life. It doesn't help me. This is a me thing, and I want everybody to know that. This is not a you, them, whatever. This is me. I can only help myself, and I have to figure it out my own way.
Yeah, you do, but this is actually a we thing now. You can't go into people's lives and affect them in good ways and then just be like, it's a me thing and shut the hell down and then make us worry even more about if you're okay or not. I need to know that you're somewhere safe. I need to know that you are getting help. I need to know that.
And I will tell you that.
No, Nicole, you won't because you just said it. You're like, I don't want to get professional help, but you need it, honey.
I told you, I downloaded that app. Maybe that'll help me. Talking to people that go through the shit that I go through. Not a fucking professional that went to school to listen to people's problems that have never gone through the shit that I go through. Or anybody goes through.
One day, and I hope that it's just like you wake up and you've had enough and you're ready for help. Because honestly, that app is a tool. It's a tool.
So is this. You said earlier it was a good idea.
It is a good idea, but it's a tool.
I got it.
No, it's a tool, okay? But, Nicole, you need medication regimen.
I don't fuck
Nicole,
with that.
Nicole. You need to go. You need help. And I would be a shitty ass friend if I didn't tell you. The app is not a place for you. But if you're going to be here, I'm glad you're here in my box. I'm glad you're here where I can see you.
DJ keeps calling me. What'd you say?
Why don't you take his call? Take his call.
Find it. Can't call him.
I just said I'm glad that if you're here, you're at least in my box so I can see that you're okay. You know, today was a hard day. There's been a lot of hard days. Probably for you around the holidays too. Things are just not good right now. But I think that you have tried medication in the past and it didn't work for you, but that doesn't mean there isn't one that will. You cannot do this alone. You have to.
Every fucking medication. You have my sister's number. Ask her how many medications I've been on in my life.
I get it. I've been on a ton too. I've been on a ton too.
Name them. I've been on them.
I just started a new one a couple months ago now, and it's beautiful. I love the medicine I'm on.
I feel like a zombie. I don't like feeling not like myself.
Nobody likes that.
Yeah, and that's what those medications make me feel like a zombie.
What makes you want to buck up against everything so much?
I'm just defensive. I don't know why I'm so defensive. I don't know if I feel like it's trauma. I've been defensive my whole life. I've been defensive as a child, as a teenager, all into adulthood. I've just been defensive. I've been on defense mode all the time. I feel like I always have to defend myself. I'm telling y'all, like, I hate opening up to people, dude, because then I'm judged for it. And then people talk shit about me.
There's no shame in having problems, Nicole. We all have problems. There's no shame in that. And asking for help sometimes is one of the hardest things to do. But I promise you.
I even talked to people about this a couple of months ago on live. I'm a defensive person. I'm always on defense mode, and it comes from childhood trauma. My family's the type of family that if you're not fucking wealthy, you don't fucking mean shit to them. If you're not fucking making this much money or you have this type of degree, you're not shit. And you're always questioned. You're always having to sit there and try to be better than the rest. You have to make sure that you're this type of fucking person or you're with this type of person. And if you're not, nobody gives a fuck about you. I've been judged.
Yes, this is live right now.
Bree, wasn't Beach Girl the one that went over to AK's live earlier defending Nicole?
It's a different one. I already checked. It's a different one. I already checked, girl.
Okay, I'm sorry, Beach Girl. I've been tagging you. I apologize.
Yeah,
There's
no,
two different
it's a
ones,
different
not
one.
that one. I
I
already got the
already
other
looked
one.
into it earlier, girl, because I thought the same thing.
Just don't want to explain anything to him.
But I just think it's funny how all this plays out after two different people come up and speak their truth about how she scammed all of them out of money.
I agree.
Him and Coda are all I fucking have, bro.
I know.
That's all I have.
Then why are you ignoring his
But
calls?
honestly, ask yourself this. When he comes home and you have spells like this,
I think I'm gonna need help after
you
this.
think it's going to work for very long if you don't get any help?
Bro, I'm gonna have to take
feel
my
like I
own meds, and I
will.
ain't took them in over 6 months.
That's not
I
true.
will.
It's not true. Just because we have a partner or somebody enter our lives does not mean that they will magically fix us. And if you think that's what's going to happen, you are wrong, honey. He's not going to magically fix you. You have to fix yourself. or you're not going to have a good relationship when he's home. Way before he even enters the picture on a physical level.
Facts, KJ.
You have time. You have time to get a healthy start on all this. You owe it to yourself if you want to have a healthy relationship. Because I've been there, not medicated, trying to have a relationship with someone and having my traumas and everything affect every bit of it. You don't want that.
But nobody believes me. Everybody always thinks I'm just lying, or this is a skit, or this is just fake energy. Nobody listens to me. I'm never listened to. I've never been listened to. When I say something's wrong, I mean it.
I can
When
tell
I say
you.
I feel this way, I feel that way. So yeah, that's why I get defensive. That's why I don't feel like people want to help me. I don't see that in my eyes because I've been not helped my whole life.
I can see that
People say they care about me and they talk shit about me the next second.
no, Nicole, if everybody's seen what's happened today, and there's nobody out there that can say that you don't need help, and that nobody thinks this is a skit, Nicole. And if anybody thinks this is a skit after all of this, then they just want to have the drama and they just want to talk about something.
I agree. She needs help.
This is real life. This is real emotions.
This is the part where she asks AK for money.
Really want to look into at least some outpatient therapy. Could you at least do
People
that?
in the comments.
Yeah, I was told I had to. I just don't know when I want to.
I want you to.
I've done it all. I've done it all, and it was just nothing. Like, it was a waste of fucking money.
I thought she just said she has an appointment for 5 a.m. on Friday.
Done me before. It did me no good before.
Ain't that tomorrow?
I went inpatient and was calling my
Yeah,
fucking
tomorrow's
parents
Friday.
the second day to tell me to get me the fuck out of there.
You have to trust the process. It's a process.
No, it's not a process.
Yes, it is, Nicole. You won't be better just tomorrow like that. You won't be better just like that. You have to give it time. You have to try.
I've been trying. I've been trying for years.
Then you're going to have to try harder. You're still here on this earth with us. You're still here. I mean, do you need help with resources? Do you need help with finding an outpatient program?
No, my job has all of that.
I thought you didn't work.
And they probably have somebody you can call,
My job
right?
knows that I'm going through shit. Look, my fucking real life fucking friends are in here. Like, this is fucking embarrassing, dude. People that I haven't talked to in fucking years.
I thought she lost her job. That's why she
My
needed money
family,
from
calling
Beast.
my family, like, you all of a sudden show up. You've never showed up before. It doesn't make sense to me.
It means they care.
How?
Maybe this has been a
The
pattern.
cycle of life works.
Maybe this has been a pattern for so long that they've loved you from afar, Nicole.
Yeah, my mental health has been a pattern for so long because I've never been okay. I've been a fucked up individual my whole life. I'll admit that.
What can I do to help?
I don't know.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. I mean, I've tried to tell you what to do, but it was out of caring for you. I think an outpatient program would do you some good if you don't want to go inpatient, because outpatient you can still take care of your dog. I think it's worth a try.
Like, I got Coda for my mental health. He's an emotional support animal. Everybody knows that. Since I've had Coda since day one.
They should have made her go to the hospital tonight.
But there's only so much an animal can do for us, too.
I'm
There's
pissed.
there's almost 700 of us in here. Can we get to 100,000 likes, please?
Can you go get some rest?
I was trying to sleep.
I know. Why don't you
That way
go
the
and try
live stays
again?
up.
Yeah, I'm getting off of here because I'm not gonna have another call. And I'm sorry for worrying you. I'm sorry for scaring you. You didn't do anything wrong. And I don't want you to think you did anything wrong. This is a me thing, and I can only make my own decisions from here on out. And I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna go and try to fix myself. I don't know.
You can do it.
I need our charger.
And there will be people here cheering you on. We're the best when we're healthy, happy.
Alright, well, I'll call you tomorrow and let you know I'm okay.
You better.
Alright, bye.
All right, bye.
A clear sign that she's not okay is the fact that she ain't done them dishes or cleaned up that kitchen in several days after making steak.
Facts.
Thank you.
She's manic.
Because when your
Turn them
mental
back
health
on.
ain't well, that's the first thing that you
For
stop
some reason,
doing.
I cannot
Yep.
turn them back on. It doesn't give me the option. It gives me the option to turn them off, but not. Oh, wait. Maybe it gives me the option to turn them on and not off.
Not bathing, not washing your hair, not cleaning your house. She's let it get manic at this point.
I'll
She
turn them
needs
on. I
help.
just don't turn them off.
Is she feeding her dog and stuff, I wonder? Like, do
Doubt
people
it.
concerned about the animal too? I mean, if she can't take care of herself,
No,
like
I
on
don't.
I pray for her though, because I deal with mental health issues, and
I do
I
too.
I can see she's broken, and I just pray for her.
Thank you.
It's actually really sad, in my opinion.
It's,
They should
yeah,
have made her go
it's
tonight to the
super sad.
hospital.
But she can
It's
delete
super
all
sad.
social media and take care of herself. She doesn't have to continue this.
I changed my phone to be in live.
Go ahead, KJ.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, I deal with mental health too. I'm medicated too.
Yes.
And it sucks. It sucks having to take medicine for it. I get it. Like, I can sympathize with her from that perspective, but this ain't it.
Mm-mm.
And if it makes her feel like a zombie, she needs to tell him it's too much then. Go down. Try something different. You don't have to stay on what they recommend.
I just don't know if this is all mental health though, because
Right.
where's the shame? Or you know what I mean? Like I would never. At my worst, I would never come on here
Lord.
and do this.
Such a wonderful job. But I want to say one thing on your panel. I had to scroll out earlier when you were on the phone. I had to hit my knees and pray. And when I got back on Facebook as I was scrolling, TikTok as I was scrolling, your live was being streamed, and there were so many people talking about how it's a
Get Brie
scam and
Ellis
she
out for
doesn't. Well, I just
streaming
want to
that
say
in
something.
Hannah's live.
There's many of
Bitch.
us that live because they don't want to leave and
Oh,
hurt
Miss Bella, if
nobody's
you
going
don't
to get
like it, get
behind.
off the damn
And
internet.
unless you have walked in those shoes and you understand just living, because you consciously are able to think about, if I
Oh,
did
but
what
Miss
I
Heather
so
Ann,
badly
you are
desire
my
wanting
friend and
to
you're my
do right now,
follower.
it's going to hurt this person. It's going to hurt this person. Nicole is an empath. Nicole has this fire inside of her. She has been designed
This
to
is where Alabama
a
can go
loving
there and be like, Bree is fine. She is streaming so I
and
can watch I Am Friends with AK.
Oh, she's
All
over
right,
here
love you,
because
bye.
saying, did you see my
people's
comments?
emotions
Did you see
Love you,
my
bye.
comment?
affects us if we don't know how to
Me?
process them.
No,
I'm
this girl
42
over
and just
here
recently
Oh.
learned how to
in this chat.
process these things. So for the ones sitting out back screaming, making a mockery of
This
this,
is not making a
again,
mockery, you
I want to
fool.
say,
You're the same one
unless you
that gets
have
up there
woke
and
up
fucks with
and you
trust.
have only taken a breath because you did not want to inflict the pain that you're feeling onto the ones that you love, shut your damn mouth. Because I don't care if this is a cycle. I
Justin,
don't
ain't that your friend talking over there?
am done.
This girl right here sits in trust box.
Sweet lady,
Mm-hmm.
hurting. And if you can't see that,
Which
then
one?
you can go look at the
This one
mirror
right
and you
here.
need to have a conversation with
Yeah, that's
yourself.
Justin's friend.
She's trying. She is sick of herself because she gets on here, she
Then
opens
get off
up,
the damn
and
internet
people
and
make
go get some
jokes about
help.
her. That's called bullying. And if you're
Oh,
a grown
Miss
adult
Stacy.
bullying,
Oh,
you need
they
help.
said they are talking about you, Allie.
Now, I'm not
Miss
trying to get beat
Stacy
up,
Frizzin'
but
for
I
Fizzin' for
lost someone
Bling.
I loved dearly in 2012. That was in September.
I
Get
need
ready for it.
name.
It was my first relationship after my separation, after a 15-year
No,
relationship.
no, 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 no. The chat
So
over here is not encouraging her to go off herself.
we lived in a single
You chat
washing
be
room at that
messy.
moment, so I didn't have service inside.
Literally, no one
Went
ever said
outside and
that.
answered my best friend's phone call for 2 minutes and 46 seconds and
Would
came
you
back
like
and
to see
said, keep
the
the door
stash of
shut.
medication I was
And
on?
could not save him. In February of 2013, I lost custody of my kids after that older kid
I think, in all
that I met.
seriousness, and
I
I'm not
didn't
the
know
only
the
one,
reason for my
we
grandson.
have all been where she
I
is
had
right
lost my
now.
kids and I had lost Allie.
Kristen, I'm gonna bring you up.
I
Okay.
couldn't consciously think about
We've all
leaving.
Alright,
been
KJ,
there.
we was
She
doing the same
needs
thing at the
help.
same
That
time.
moment, and I did. And I came to the wire.
Yeah,
Hell,
The worst
I'm
thing.
medicated. Like, I have it really bad. I've been where she's been. She's not alone. And a lot of people in this chat were saying, I'm medicated. I've been there. I've been there.
He said, do you remember me? And I said, no. And I was angry, just like Nicole was tonight. Anger. He said, well, why did you came running
the
into
tough
me?
situation, especially when you've been there. So sorry that you had to
We've
watch it.
all been there. I mean, I'm there currently.
I know.
I
Yeah,
take
same.
medicine
Look,
every day.
medication, medication for my mental health. Like, those police did the wrong thing.
I'm saying she needs the help.
I need a box for Dora.
I'll drop.
Girl, what? I'm fighting Easton to go back to sleep. This tea then ain't cutting it for me, Pookie.
Yeah.
Regardless if she lied to them or not, it was clear as day by looking at her that she was not okay. They should have done more to get her to go than leave her there, because what if she does harm herself now? And they could have prevented it.
That's a tricky thing when it comes in with your rights as a person, and then what's best for you.
Dora, come up here. Hey, Kristen. You were being paged earlier, girl.
I know, and I heard what happened, and I can explain it for when you guys are ready. I have my enforcement class on Thursday night, so I was teaching that, and it goes to 11 on Zoom, so I'm sorry.
You're good. I just think it becomes a real slippery slope when it comes to these welfare checks because,
Was that what you guys were talking about? Well, I got a message about two different things, but yeah, with
oh
the,
yeah, no, earlier, yeah, because BG was saying that I don't want to speak for her, but the way I took it was that what you spoke on was not correct. And I said, well, let's get Kristen in here then.
well, I'd love to know where
Something
she's
about the
getting
number
that.
that,
Wait, maybe she's still in here.
something
Hold
about
on.
the number that the pin, whatever she
The
called
penal,
it,
first of all, the penal codes that I
penal.
named were the penal codes that have to do specifically with what I was explaining about the specific code that allows them to charge that as M. That's one. Two,
Wait, I thought Dora was coming up.
this is an error at like 100% across the board. It is an error on the paperwork. So just to be really clear, and I will show you guys.
Girl underneath you, Kristen, is the one who said it.
Yeah, I was about to tell you the one underneath.
I did not say that what Kristen said was incorrect. What I said was the code, the penal code that Kristen read from is a code 7 something. And
That
it
has,
is,
yeah, like I explained to
Which
you,
is the
and
yes,
incorrect
it's
code.
no, the
no, y'all,
code.
can I please finish? The code that is on the paperwork, because y'all wouldn't let me finish earlier either, is a code 19 something. It's two different codes. And I also told y'all that I had messaged Kristen and I had talked with Kristen about it.
Yeah, we did talk in Messenger. So just to clarify for everybody really quickly. So the code 7 that I was specifically talking about has to do with how they can actually charge this, which I was giving a hypothetical situation in Texas on how they could potentially charge what Ray did under M. So that's number one. They didn't do that though, so it doesn't even matter. I was just trying to explain to Nicole and AK and Ray how in the state of Texas, there is certain codes that allow them to charge the solicitation under M if certain aspects or things are available, which again, did not happen anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was clarifying that. Number two, and I want to pull this up so that we're literally all on the same page so you guys can see exactly what I was looking at, but it's an all Ray has to do, and I told her that I will literally fill this out for her. And let me see here. Here it is. So she was charged. So the cause number is the 04CR16065. And that's where it has the solicitation. Okay. So there's the way that the DT or the TDPS system works is anytime there is a case that's opened or a situation that happens or an arrest, it's going to create a whole new, a whole new entry in their system. Okay. This is where it gets really messy because people think, oh, okay, well then this happened this many times. It can be the same case, but because she was rearrested, it opens up a new, almost like tab, I guess is the best way to explain it. So what they did, and it's a clerical error. The first mistake that they made is where this took place. So Judge Charles Mitchell was the judge on the case. Judge Charles Mitchell, which I will show you guys here, because again, I literally pulled all this up just so we're literally all on the same page here. But Judge Charles Mitchell is the judge in, okay. Judge Charles Mitchell, right here, as you see, is the judge on her case. He's also the judge in Shelby, St. Augustine, and Sabine counties. So what they did was they saw Charles Mitchell on the paperwork and automatically put one in Shelby County and then one in St. Augustine County without actually looking to see exactly which court the case took place in. So that's number one. Okay. So that's the issue. And so that's why we have one in St. Augustine and one in Shelby, but she was actually convicted in Shelby County. Okay. So that's the first thing. Then if we go over and just so I can, again, pull this all together so you guys can actually see, here is where it shows, look, judge presiding, Charles Mitchell, just like I just showed you guys, again, in both criminal solicitation, first degree, date of the supervision order, 10 years deferred, plus a $3,000 fine, conditions violated, 12, 13, 15, again, 25 years. And then they gave her time credit for 141 days, 10 years deferred, plus a $3,000 fine. That's what she was originally charged with. But when she violated that, it then opened up a new one and they match. If you actually look, let me see if I can do this. So here's the first one that was shared. These codes, these court offense codes are wrong that they did. Okay. So they coded this wrong. And they coded the actual court wrong because they went by the judge, not by where it actually happened. So all that has to be done is she has to fill out the actual dispute form, turn in that paperwork I just showed you guys, and then they will update this. But look at where it says convicted of M. They coded it as M. And then the court offense citation is going to be listed under M, very obviously, which is how we got here. They put the wrong code or charge on there. Then the next one, if you show, again, hold on, did I just send myself the same one twice? You see where it originally says deferred adjudication? And then it's even different up here, capital M, escaping penal institution. Again, not even the same offense, not even the same code. And then now we have felony second degree, but the dates are the same of the actual disposition. It is a clerical error, guys. That is literally the only thing that this comes down to is a clerical error. It is the individual coding this because it falls under, there's capital M, there's conspiracy to commit capital M, and then there's all these secondary offenses. It was nothing more than an error on the part of the individual that keyed it in to the actual TDPS system that clicked on the wrong buttons. And with the documentation that I have, filling out the dispute form, this happens literally all the time. I literally get this stuff changed in court systems. I do it almost every single day. Every single day I have a new file on my desk to get something changed in a court system. It's so common. It's BS. Most of the time people catch it and then we fill out the dispute form and then we send it over. But again, that's what it came down to, was them coding this under the wrong one. So the conspiracy to commit doesn't even fall under those codes in the first place. So everything about that is wrong. And again, the same judge is in those three counties, which is the only reason. But if you look at the information very clearly says, and the cause numbers match, everything matches. The only thing that doesn't match is the county for whatever reason, And which again, the only thing I can come to the conclusion of is that the same judge is in all 3 of those counties, which is why they just picked the judge and it automatically assigned a county. If that makes sense. So that's
Yes,
that's what happened there. And
thank
she
you
just
for
has to fill
clearing
out the
that up.
dispute form. But that's all.
Thank you, Kristen, for clearing that up.
Of course.
Well said.
What a fucking mess.
It is a mess. And this is why, like I said before, we just need to be careful with what we post about people. And I would just remind everybody, and not everybody's probably going to agree with me, but I think we should just remind everybody that, look, everybody has shit that they've done. None of us are perfect. And you know what I mean? There's just no reason to. Why don't we just focus on the future and what we're doing instead of trying to compete with each other on, I've never one time in my life, and I have access to literally everybody's information, and I've never, ever looked up anybody on this app ever, unless I've been asked to do so. And that was for a specific case or whatever. I've never gone upon myself to literally go and type in somebody's name because they shared a case that I wanted to share. I mean, that's wild. Why are we doing this to one another? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's just crazy behavior. And I just don't think it's necessary.
I agree with you. And that's been my biggest thing too. It's not productive and it didn't solve anything. It just caused a bunch of unnecessary chaos. Literally.
Small intermission. I'm back, bitches.
Where'd you go?
I'm on my main.
On her main account,
Oh,
she's
you are
back.
on your
I
main.
am. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, now behave.
Behave.
I
It's
do
for
appreciate you coming
behave.
up, Kristen, and clarifying that because you were being paged earlier.
I know I was literally like, my
She forgot you
students
were an
are
hour
literally like,
behind us.
no, you're fine. Everybody's like, look at me. They're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but hold on.
Yeah, and I just want to say I shut it down because she wasn't here to defend herself, and I don't do that.
No, well, I mean, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm not even, she had messaged me on the back end, and I think it might have, hopefully it was a misunderstanding. I'm just going to chalk it up as that, and we can drop it. But it's just, it's a miss. It's on their part across the board. Again, this is my opinion until I contact them tomorrow and find out, because they were already closed today when all this stuff transpired. But the agency description, I have a feeling they chose the judge and it just auto-populated the agency and then they never fix it, is my thought. And then when they went to go plug in the court offense, they went and probably did one of those, capital what, or typed in a C, and it got, I mean, I don't know. I see it happen all the time and it's wild, and I don't know how these things happen because it can literally screw up somebody's life, right? But it did, and it doesn't match the paperwork. The paperwork that is in the actual court case shows something completely different than what is filed in TDPS. And there is no other court cases open, period. So
Okay, well, this is all I'm gonna say on the matter. If y'all are in here for the 687, if you decide to look somebody up on the internet, before you go trying to expose them and post about their skeletons, can you check with somebody in legal to make sure that what you're posting is actually factual? Please and thank you.
And can we take from today that not every state and county has the same laws and regulations?
Good Lord, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out.
Well, no, I didn't think so either, but you know.
Here we are.
the case is public, anybody can pull it. You just have to pay to pull it. So the way Shelby County is a very, very, very small county. They do not have an online docket to be able to go in and pull said information. So the info that you're going to pull on one is going to be from TDPS, which is going to cost money. And then the info on the other, you have to either go directly through the clerk or you have to go through the system, and you still have to pay for it either way. It's frustrating, but
Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here for a moment and say, guess who's back?
Pappy,
Hi,
we're both
Pappy.
back.
Happy.
Yeah, you and Bree, y'all behave. She said y'all are wild
Hey,
and
Pappy.
full of assumptions and accusations. I didn't
Yeah,
accuse nothing.
no one's accusing anyone of anything. You are just recapping what happened today. That's not assuming.
I wasn't here for the drama. Don't want to be here for the drama. I'm just saying, Pappy's back.
Pappy's back. Happy news.
Love your faces.
We love you, Pappy.
Love you,
See you
Pappy.
Love
tomorrow.
you.
and yeah, really quick, New Orleans made a good point. You have to look up the charging instrument and the judgment. Always look up the first thing and the last thing, not just what they were charged with, because that's completely different across the board, and it doesn't mean that that's what they ended up with. There's multiple things that have to be looked at in these cases, so just keep that in mind if you guys are going to go and do all the things. But just don't. It's unnecessary.
I personally think it was nobody's business about her charges anyway. Because if it were me in that situation, I'd do the same damn thing for my daughter.
BG, my point was that two individuals posted and accused her of there actually being a unalived person out there and tried to force her to tell them who was actually unalived based on her charges, and it ended up being incorrect. So that was my point, was that next time maybe ask,
My bad.
because I feel like nobody knew that Texas could do that.
Like I said, that's a hypothetical that I was giving. I was just saying, under the laws of persons, it's a possibility that even just having a map, if the individual would have, actually done that or been seriously harmed or something, you can be charged with the actual offense in that specific jurisdiction. But that's not what happened. It was solicitation. The information very clearly says solicitation. She wasn't even charged. She had a deferred or she wasn't even charged. She had deferred adjudication, which means if she completed that supervision, then it would have gone away as if it never even happened. It would have been completely off of her record and never would have happened. But she did in fact violate that. And then when she violated that, then that's when she got officially charged with that offense, because she violated the supervision. And so that's why there's two separate things put in the TDPS system, because it creates a whole new file or footprint or whatever you want to call it when a new arrest happens. And even though it was the same, you see deferred on one, and then you see the convicted on the other as the court disposition. And that's why there's the two different ones all around the M charge. So it shows final pleading, guilty, shows court disposition, convicted. But for whatever reason, yet again, and again, this is what she has to change, it has capital M escaping penal institution, which never happened. And then it has M. So there's two different offenses in two different counties for the exact same charge, with which resulted in the solicitation. And again, it's an error in the system.
I have a
And
question, Kristen.
yeah, and really quick, let me
Um,
say this. Let me say this really quick. To what everybody's saying, we need to be lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. And I think that that's what we have to
Absolutely.
remember. No matter how mad we get or how jealous we get or how frustrated we get, nothing's worth all of this. We could have literally been going through and helping a family of a missing person or a wrongfully convicted person or all the things. The good thing that came out of this is now we can find a way to fix that for Ray. So that's a good thing, but it shouldn't have come to that in the first place. And we just have to be cautious. And that's just my opinion. And that's why I don't participate in all the things. And I will just gracefully bow out and say, look, I don't want any part of it, because it gets my anxiety going through the roof. And it's just, we don't need to do it. It's just
And
crazy.
I just want to clear something up in the chat really quick, Alabama, before you ask your question. Y'all, Beat It never shared it anywhere. She just got on the panel and said that she paid for it herself so that she could have her own knowledge of it. So y'all quit being rude to her. We all know who posted it, and that's it. End of story.
I do agree with that statement as well. Okay. I do have a question about something like criminal. How hard is it for the police department to get a 5150 on somebody?
Usually they can't do it on their own unless they are actually seeing displays of issues right in front of their face. And it has to be pretty blatant. They would need, and it's also going to depend on the jurisdiction, what their internal policies are, all the things. Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
I am, because I do
Yeah.
think that's what's needed right now.
I mean, that it's going to be next to impossible. She's an adult. She can, as long as she's unfortunately sitting there saying that she's fine, they're going to say, okay, and then they're going to leave. And I know that people don't agree with that. And look, you guys know how I feel about the cops. So I'm not saying, and I also wasn't there to witness what went down. I do know her sister was there. And usually they're going to chalk it up as, look, this is a family situation. We can't do anything else about it. We don't see anything going on right now. And so because of that, we got other stuff that we got to do. You guys deal with this as a family issue. Now, do I agree with that? Do I think it could save lives if there was other ways for them to go about doing it? Yes, I do. But
They
again,
did see it though. Like,
there's
she's manic in front of them. That's what my point is. Like, she was.
yeah, and I get that, but then they're also, she could easily argue, right? And it comes down, and this is where it gets hard, guys, because it comes down to what her rights are. And she has a right to not be unlawfully detained. And if she wants to come back, and let's say she does go in and just say, no, I was mad. I was mad because I was cooking dinner and everybody's got multiple cops showing up here at my house. And now my sister's here. And now it's blasted on the world or on the internet for the world to see when, you know what I mean? And I get that it's the third time she's been completely manic, guys. I'm not justifying what happened. I'm just stating it in a lawful way, in a legal, lawful way. We all have rights, right? And at the end of the day, they are set up for civil liability if they take someone and throw them in a facility against their will. And then let's say, you know what I mean, for whatever reason, it comes out that she's fine, right? Then she can turn around and she can sue the police department. So that's why usually they're not going to get involved in something like that.
In Texas, by my understanding, right, doesn't necessarily have a 5150.
No, I'm drawing a blank. Hold on, let me look it up.
My other question is, okay, so let's say, what is it? Could they be held liable if something happened after the fact then? Like, is it a slippery slope both ways? Or
It is. It's a slippery slope both ways. Yeah, 100%. How long were they there?
That's what I was saying earlier.
For
A
while.
good 20 minutes, if not longer.
And she was calling him a liar. She said that if she wasn't cooking, that she was asleep. Like, I don't know. If I'm honest, like, I'm kind of worried. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I just hope that her family took her pew pew,
Yeah, I do too. That is,
last time.
I'm worried.
And
Honestly, like she really seemed like she was on something. You know what I mean? Like, and that worries me because then you're definitely not in the right state of mind.
I do agree. But see, you can also look like that when you're in a manic episode. Like where she's not making sense, like
Right.
confused. Like that is also a sign of manic. And that's dangerous if she does have firearms in that home. And threatening to use them just earlier on a live. Like that is.
And here's the thing. They would
Yeah,
have
guys, I know that she said she took a gummy, but I feel like it was more than that. I don't feel like it was that, to be honest.
I don't either.
And so and here's the thing, if there's, and again, there's a fine line, and that's where it makes it hard because they do have qualified immunity, as we know, right? So they do have, they're usually limited from liability if they can prove that the detention into a facility or something, they have to prove more. And without somebody saying where she very explicitly said, like somebody can say she said it online, but without us having a video showing where she said it online, right? Or all the things, like that's where it gets, that's where it gets hard. Like they need more concrete information before they typically get involved. Also, this is like the third, fourth time like they've showed up over there just from people on the internet calling saying, hey, she's crashing out. So that's also hard, right?
I agree.
No, there's definitely a video. AK will have it from earlier for sure.
And the sad part is about that though, Kristen, to your point, is that they show up and she crashes out right there in front of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure plenty of people were screen recording
and
too,
she
so
ain't super kind to them when they get there because she's mad at the internet. So I mean,
it was so disrespectful to them. I was mind boggled.
I
Like,
was too.
whoa.
And
I've
just to be
never seen
clear,
anything like
for
that.
those 5150 is a California welfare term, just so everybody knows. It's not like an across the board welfare term, but just because most people call it that, like almost every state has a health and safety code that correlates to that.
Devil's advocate here, though, this didn't happen, and I will say it was very timing to when all the information was coming out, and she was getting those phone calls from.
Yep, she went to a panic because she started to get put on blast.
Yeah, but people that are manic, I know that I'm not trying to take up, but I'm telling you, people that are manic already, that can send them into a spiral. If she starts freaking out about all that, now she's worried that something could happen, it can send her into a spiral. So it
Right,
probably
or
was
she put
ghosting.
on a show to try and divert everybody from, being mad. And now it's like, oh, something's wrong. Let's feel bad for her.
And let me say this too, a lot of people don't realize this, and this is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I'm just being honest. The police have zero general constitutional duty to protect individuals from self-harm unless there's some sort of special relationship, meaning they're already in custody, exists. There's literal case law that says the police do not have a duty or a requirement to help the public, which is wild because we're
So
always
sad.
taught that they're there to, protect and serve and all the things. But under the Constitution and under most of the laws, they do not, there is not a constitutional duty to protect individuals from self-harm or, anything unless that special relationship, meaning they are like legally in their custody or restraint or something along those lines. And then once they're in custody, failure to provide medical or mental health can constitute a deliberate indifference.
Black, that's what I'm saying, girl.
But
Kristen, the way that she acted tonight when the police officers were there, if I would have done that in my house in Missouri, I would have been taken to jail.
I agree.
Big facts. That's on big, big, big facts.
I missed that. Say that one more time.
The
It
way
broke
that
up.
she acted tonight when those police officers were in her home, if I were to do that here, I
Oh,
would have
hell
been
yeah.
arrested.
For a fact, we'd be like,
I
no.
would have been in handcuffs within 5 seconds. The
They'd have
way
been coming
Big
to take us
facts.
away. Right.
My
Which
ass would have
would be
been
kind of
all the way to the
stupid.
fourth floor.
Which would, okay, I get it. Like people are like, she played you, but let's be for real. That's a really stupid skit because the only person that could be affected by that skit is her by them arresting her. So that's not really a logical thought. And she didn't look to me like it was a skit. She looked out of it. Like that is something, I'm sorry, I can't get on that board. She don't look like she was faking it to me. She don't, her face, the way that she was with her slurring, and that wasn't fake. That wasn't a put on. There is
She
something
may
wrong.
have been emotional, yes, but two things can be true at once.
I do agree, Chris. She looked very unwell. Her eyes, I do agree. And they've been black like that for days. Like I said something the other day to KJ about it in our chat. I was like, KJ, do you see her eyes? That is, I'm telling y'all, that is manic. If you've never seen it, you don't know what it looks like. That is manic. She's not
Well, I'm
sleeping.
sure she's not
She's not
sleeping.
eating. That is there's something wrong. She needs help. Justin's even saying it. She couldn't even look at the screen for real. I do. See, I'm not the only one. She's absolutely manic, y'all. And I don't, it's got me worried. I'm not gonna lie. Like, y'all can call me a big puss if you want to, but I'm worried.
Okay, so I just pulled it back up. So in Texas, it falls under Texas Health and Safety Code, Chapter 573. They can take them into custody for S risk, even if they deny it. However, so the denial does not legally foreclose emergency detention. If the officer has reason to believe that the person has an illness, a mental illness, and because of that mental illness, there's a substantial risk of serious harm to self or others, and there is insufficient time to obtain that warrant. Having said that, it goes to the probable cause type assessment. So probable cause is going to apply. And so what matters in practice when you're looking at that is whether the officer can articulate at that specific time of conduct statements, credible third party information, observed impairment, and then they have to actually see, in a lot of cases, the actual self-harm behavior. Again, she told the internet, but that becomes legally meaningful, but only to an extent that the officers knew about it at the time or were physically shown it, and it was sufficiently credible, recent, and specific to support that current substantial risk. Without that, you know what I mean? If the only known fact at the scene is that she was yelling, agitated, and explicitly denying that intent with no other objective indicators of self-harm, then they lacked the 573.001 predicate to be able to take her in.
I'm pretty sure she told them that she wasn't well and that she didn't want to be alive.
She did. She said that she told him that.
Like,
Yes,
this is crazy.
she said she said that, but if she said that, let's be real.
Yeah, but she was screaming on the line with them right there, screaming at them. Like, y'all, that is wild. I've never seen that. Is crazy behavior for somebody that doesn't have something wrong. She's lucky they didn't arrest her ass for acting that way.
Well, I think at this point, us continuing to talk about her, and I'm just saying this myself, us continuing to talk about her on, a public
I agree.
platform is not going to make it any better. It's going to make it worse. So I think we should, again, respectfully change the subject because it's just going to make things worse. And I don't, look, we don't have to like what everybody does, but I'm also don't want anybody unaliving themselves, right? I can agree to disagree on what she did today. I don't even have to talk to her on a routine basis, right? But you can still care about somebody that you don't necessarily agree with or even want to be around. And I don't want anybody unaliving themselves. And that's just how I look at everything in life. So
I agree.
Exactly.
I think we should just change the topic and move on to something else. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you, Kristen.
I concur.
Me too.
Wait, are you
Allie,
in the shower?
Allie in the chat.
Yes, I've been trying
I
to get.
think everybody. I think everybody here is concerned, and everybody here has heart for her.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying anybody doesn't. And again, I don't know. There's always going to be the people, guys. We can't control everybody's thoughts. I would just, there's always going to be individuals that are, we just got to remember just because we don't like somebody or we don't agree with somebody or whatever, we wouldn't even associate with somebody doesn't mean that, if this happens, we don't come together to make sure somebody's okay. Because every single person in this world has a place here and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I agree
Doesn't matter if
100%.
Absolutely.
you agree with them or not. So that's just the way I
Absolutely.
look at it. And, I think that's why I said I think we should just move
On
on to a
another
different
note,
topic.
Nina's daughter is missing. What can we do to help?
Who's?
I don't know who that is.
Nita, she was such a big part of true crime, like the missing. Like she would go boots on the ground. Like she was an amazing person. She passed away, but now her daughter is missing.
Nina Glass?
Yes.
Shut up.
West Texas Rescue. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Judy. Do we
When did
even know
she
each other
pass
personally?
away? Does anybody know when she passed away?
Yeah,
Like how
her
long
and
ago it was?
It was before you came over. It
her
was
and
before we
Dan
were over
did
here.
work together a lot.
How old's her daughter?
The founder, for those that don't know, she passed away in January of last year, but she was the founder of Search and Rescue Texas, so SATX. Um, they actually announced her unaliving on the organization's website with a message like to rest in paradise and all that. But she worked on the Caleb Harris case from 2024, and she's worked on a ton of different cases. So,
Guys, what's her daughter's name? People in the chat are asking.
that I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm sure Crabtree does. Pappy, if you're still in here.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah?
Aaliyah Glass.
Oh, Leah Glass. Okay.
Aaliyah
How
Glass.
Aaliyah.
Guys,
Okay.
Sarah just sent me the flyer.
how old is she?
She's 19.
19. And her name is Aaliyah Glass. Someone tagged me in the comments asking, so I just wanted to.
She's been missing since December 14th.
Oh my god. Like, how crazy is that? Like, your mom used to be so boots on the ground, and now she's. Oh my god, that's crazy to me.
Although around Christmas time, if she was upset, I mean,
Right, yeah. December 18th. Oh, now I can't read the comments.
Sorry, guys,
Mm,
but can you see it? That's what she looks
Yeah.
like.
If everybody wants to look at that real quick.
I wish there was a better way for me to share that, but it's.
thank you, Kristen, for putting that up.
Yeah, can you send that to me?
I think Justin has it too. I think somebody sent it to Justin.
I have one
Maybe
as
I've
well.
earlier.
got it too. I just had it sent to me in Discord. I can
Okay,
send it.
Alabama, send it in the group text.
I
Yeah,
will.
I can't do it while I'm on here because it's in my text. So if someone else can send it out to everybody.
then are you able to read it if you have it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me send it to my tablet. Hold on. Hear me?
Yes.
hmm
Okay, so it says Aaliyah Glass was supposed to return home after visiting Houston, but has not been seen or heard from since December 18th, 2025. Her sudden lack of contact is out of character. Aaliyah's family and friends are extremely concerned for her safety and well being and are asking for the public's help in locating her. Maybe driving a gray Toyota Camry with dealer plate 07206 Dog Larry Robert. If you have seen Aaliyah or know her whereabouts, please contact the Bexar County Sheriff's Office at the number listed below or South Texas Search and Rescue 361-633-4293. She's 19 years old. She's 5'7", weighing 140 pounds, brown eyes. Her hair is red with brown roots. Tattoos. She has many tattoos, including a right forearm sleeve and butterflies behind her left ear. Also goes by Leah. You can also call the Bexar Sheriff's Department, which is that 210-335-6000 number. But the last contact was December 18th in Houston, Texas. So that would be Harris County, guys.
Sarah Sue wants to share some information. Does anyone have a box?
You guys, I'll drop down. You guys can let her up.
Mind a monster. Someone came in here saying they needed help. Kristen.
Okay, I'll head over there.
Meet you over there in a minute.
I don't see. Oh,
Hey,
there
how
she
are
is.
y'all?
Hey, Sarah Sue, how do you do?
Well, I don't know. I feel like I need to wake up again and just start over from today. Gosh, have mercy. But
Sarah
anyway,
Sue, can you pray? Can you just say a prayer
I
for all
sure
of
can.
us,
I sure
please?
can. Absolutely. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for today. Even though it may not be the day that we always want, I still thank you for that, for blessing me for this day. Dear Lord, I also want to ask that you could just lay your hands on all my friends that are basically my family, um, and just try to give them a little bit of peace about what happened today. And dear Lord, um, I just want you to watch over and protect Nicole as she is um, not capable right now of protecting her own self. Um, and dear Lord, you're the mighty physician, and we know that you have divine intervention and you can intervene when needed. And if it's your will, I would just pray that you would just intervene, um, just touch her heart. Um, if she is truly needing help, which I think we all see that there is a need, but that's not for us to judge. It's neither here nor there. But you're the one that knows. And several things working together in order to be able to help. Um, And Lord, let her know that you're one of those things. Give her some peace and let her lay all her troubles at the foot of the cross. And dear Lord, I just really pray for all my friends that have been just very worried today and full of emotion, not knowing which way is up and which way is down. And I just pray that you would give them some peace and comfort tonight. Put a hedge of protection around all of them. And dear Lord, also I wanted to pray for my friend Ray. Um, that you just give her a little bit of comfort and let her know that she's doing the right thing. Um, and let her know to keep pushing forward. And dear Lord, I just pray that you would forgive me of all my many sins. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Sorry that was a little long.
Amen.
Amen.
And it was perfect. Much needed.
Mhm.
It was
Thank you.
needed.
Amen. Thank
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you, Sarah.
You really calm my nerves. I needed
Oh,
that.
yeah. It wasn't me. It's all God. Because listen, if I had to do
Justin.
prayers like that myself, I couldn't do it.
Justin said, please don't forget him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. I love you. And I pray for you. I take you to church in my pocket every Sunday. So I don't ever forget to pray for you, babe. You're one of my family that I prayed for on here. But it's just been a hard day, guys. And I know that um, we just got to, pray about it and then leave it in God's hands and then move on. And I think that's the best thing um, that we can do. And I know that y'all are so worried, and I love that about y'all. Y'all have big hearts. We get a little animated sometimes. That's the flesh in us. It's okay, because I do it too. But I just think, best thing to do is to put it, like I said, put it in his hands and move on, because there are other people out there that are missing right now, and I'm not saying to move on and forget about what happened and not check on her. By no means. That's not what I'm meaning. But we need to be trying to look for Nina's daughter for sure. It's
I
it's
agree.
sad.
Yeah,
Really.
did you have information? Were you gonna share information about her or
Yeah. Uh-huh. And also, Devin is in here, Devin and the Missing, and I was in there live when I found out about this a while ago. Um, hey, babe, is Devin is her sister-in-law and them in here right now?
I can drop down if they need to come up.
I can too, yeah.
Well, I just want to see if they're in here because I know a lot about the
She's
story. I just don't know. Do what, babe?
they're in here. She just commented.
Okay. Would you have them request that? Because I know information, I just don't know all the dates, and I don't want to get everybody. Oh, no, not yet. They're not. Okay, wait. No, not yet. Wait, somebody said they were. I'm confused.
Hang
Um,
on.
okay.
Oh, that was pretty.
It was so pretty. So I think it's Amy and Anna, I think are their names. If y'all are in here, if y'all will request up so y'all can talk a little bit about Aaliyah and Devin, I don't know how to put that flyer up here without it. It don't look like yours did when I try to put it up. What'd you do?
Hear me?
Yeah, did you hurt yourself?
I'm I'm old and I was sitting Indian style while I'm coloring.
Girl, I know.
And I just went to stretch my legs out and it was like stiff.
Okay. Do y'all care to let Devin up to put the flyer up? I can draw it because she has
No.
some
Is
information and the other two have more information. I didn't know if they were coming in here. I wanted to give y'all a little bit.
is Heather still there? Heather, are you awake?
I haven't heard Heather in a while, so I think she's
No,
probably not.
Heather's
I think
asleep.
Heather's asleep. Let's drop Heather.
Okay.
Oh no.
And
Who
if you,
let
I don't know.
go ahead. Alabama dropped, I think.
Okay. There's Devin. And she said she's going to have to stay. If you can put her in the big box, she'll share it, but she's going to have to stay muted for just a second. She said, I'm an emotional mess, and we understand, babe.
Oh, Heather ain't asleep. Heather joined.
Well, she ain't been talking for a long time.
She'll probably
She said, I wasn't
gosh,
asleep. My
she's
phone was on my
beautiful.
phone. She's so gorgeous.
So beautiful.
So, I can't tell you specific dates, um, except for a few. December 18th is the last time that anyone in her family had contact with her, and I believe that was her dad. And when I tell you this stuff, please go and double check because Devin can't really speak right now, and then the other two aren't in here. So I don't want to give any misinformation, but these two things I do know. December 18th was the last time that she spoke to anyone in her family, and I believe it was her dad. December 22nd was the last time that she was someone actually spoke to her. Um,
Do we know who Hallmark is? Is Hallmark one of her family? Or
as far as I know, no.
okay.
Um, let's see. Yeah, Devin, she is her mama's twin. She's just beautiful, and we're coming up on the year anniversary of Nina passing. That's January 27th, and so I'm sure it's hard. But when she spoke to whoever she spoke to, and I cannot remember their name, on the 22nd, I'm a horrible storyteller, guys. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. Um, But when they spoke to her, she was saying that she wanted to come down, um, I believe, to Corpus Christi and stay there for a little bit. And then they haven't heard from her since. She never made it down there. Um, Now there is something about her car getting towed, but then she went
Hold
back
on.
and got it. Okay.
Sarah Sue, hang on one second.
Okay.
Devin typed in the chat Amy. Was that
Okay.
Amy? Is
Amy.
Amy
Yes.
Hallmark? Was she requesting
No,
or?
no, no. Amy
Okay, okay.
um, is the one that spoke to her. Thanks,
Oh,
Devin.
okay. I got you. I got you. I got
Yeah,
you. I got you.
Amy's the one that spoke to her on not December 22nd. What was it, Devin? Was it December 28th? December 22nd was the day that they actually filed a missing persons report. Um,
The
okay,
28th. Okay.
so the 28th is when she talked to Amy, and Amy and her were talking, and she said that she wanted to come down there and stay. Um, and then, like I said, she never made it. At some point in between all this, she had went to an apartment complex, which we believe she was staying with somebody there. Um, and she was going to get a permit for her vehicle, I think. Um, and while she was getting that permit is when they towed her vehicle. But she did get her vehicle out of tow, and that was in between, the 18th and the 28th, and she was going to head down to Corpus Christi, but then she never made it. Um, let's see, yeah, last contact was the 28th. So, last contact with family member was on December 18th. Okay, so that was her dad. And then on December 22nd, they filed a missing persons report. But then on December 28th, Amy had spoke to her. She reached out to Amy, and I believe there was a post on Instagram, but I can't remember the date exactly. That's why I said I'm a horrible storyteller, but I'm trying.
Does she know that they filed a missing persons report before she reached out to Amy?
I can't answer that one. I do know that.
Who is it? I'm sorry, Sarah
No,
Sue.
you're fine.
Who's Amy? Who's Amy to her?
I think it's her, Devin. Is it her sister? She's either her sister or one of the girls that used to work on the Nina's search and rescue thing.
Okay.
I'm trying to read some of these. Um, Devin, do you know Kiki? Mm,
Hannah, are you good? Are you still awake?
Huh? I was gonna say she
Okay.
was talking a
Uh,
minute ago, so I think we're okay
Okay.
so far.
Just making sure you're still awake.
Yeah, because Hannah, if you're getting tired, we can go over there to my live so that we don't get cut off in the middle of something important.
No, girl, you're fine. I'll let y'all know when I get tired.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't.
Also, Central
I
Time,
don't
drop
know.
your heartbeats.
I'm sorry. I don't know the date that the car was towed. Someone else may know that. Um, and let's see. Kim,
Why was the car towed? Do we know? Where was it towed from?
it was towed from an apartment complex.
Okay.
They're actually going there this weekend to like knock on doors and do flyers and stuff like that. Um, the car was towed, and then it was towed because she was going to go get a permit, and while she was getting that permit or something, the way I understood it is they towed it in the process of her trying to get this permit at the apartment complex.
Okay,
And she
gotcha.
she does have the car, yes.
Was it
And
her apartment complex?
I think she was staying with someone there,
Okay,
so I don't think she had like an address there. So
got it.
um,
Sorry, I'll stop asking questions now.
no, 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 because some of the questions you're asking me is like triggering some of the stuff that I kind of know.
So it's probably an apartment complex where you have to have like something hanging in your mirror so that you don't
Probably.
get towed. Yeah.
Hmm. This is Nina's daughter. Hmm.
Has that person that she was staying with, have they talked to her, or when's the last time they spoke to her?
Um, Nobody knows really who that person was. When I was in the other live with them a while ago, on Devin's live, we asked if any of her friends had reached out and said anything to him, and she said um, they really don't know who any of her friends are. And I don't know why that is, or if she just kept them kind of away and separate from her family life or what, but they don't even know really who her friends are. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm trying to read some of the comments too.
Y'all, I know that I'm normally all about chat lives matter, but right now I'm coloring, so I'm not really looking at the chat. I'm sorry.
I'm reading some of them. So Dewey asked if the car was missing also. Yes, now the car is missing. Yes, too. The car is missing with her. So she did get the car back out of tow, but now she's missing and so is the car. So if that makes sense, because someone was
Have they
confused.
have they done any like have they looked into like her debit card? Has that been used? Has her
I think
phone pinged anywhere?
I don't believe her phone is pinged anywhere. I do know that um, I think they said that they called it and it goes straight to her voicemail. Um,
What about like, so they've not been able to like get into like her Google or anything, Google history or anything to see like maybe like,
where her location was or has been or what.
uh-huh.
No, I don't think they have. Oh, somebody said her phone is off. I don't know. Devin, can you tell me about the phone a little bit? I believe, and say yes if I'm right. She had the kind of phone where you could only use it with internet, I think, or
So
something.
it didn't have service. It
Yes.
only had Wi-Fi, like you had to be on Wi-Fi. The
Hmm.
iPhone.
Yes. I think it's iPhone, yeah.
I was
Um,
made aware that Aaliyah does have an active and working phone. It was it either died or it was powered off or something along the lines to where it's no longer nobody can access her location at this moment.
It's just going straight to voicemail too when they call.
Yeah, yeah.
Did anybody have her location before it died?
To our knowledge, no.
Okay.
Does she have a boyfriend, maybe?
Um, Give me 1 second. Going off of a question that's in the comment section, um, somebody asked if Aaliyah is depressed. If you guys do not know, her mother was a very, very big missing persons advocate, and she did pass away suddenly January 27th of last year. Um, Aaliyah struggled deeply with that. Till the moment she went missing herself, she struggled very, very hard with losing her mother. So, to answer your question, yes, she was depressed, but rightfully given so because there was no signs, and her mother passed away very unexpectedly.
yeah.
Um,
And, like the 18th, the 19th, that's right up before Christmas. The holidays are hard when
Hmm.
you've lost somebody.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
um, Needless to say, guys, I do apologize. I'm getting a little choked up.
Devin, don't apologize. You're okay.
Yeah, honey,
I
it's
was.
okay. And I'm trying my hardest, Devin. I was trying to remember everything. I wrote down some things, but I want to make sure I'm, giving out the right information.
So yes, Aaliyah, the car was impounded. The car was released to Aaliyah. We're working alongside the South Texas Search and Rescue to get video surveillance to determine on which way Aaliyah would have traveled when she left the impound lot. Don't ask me what the name is. I don't know, nor can we release that at this certain moment in time. Just mainly because we're about to do some searching this weekend for her. Um, and we need to make sure that there isn't a whole bunch of people in the same area of where they're trying to search. Not only the search and rescue team, but also law enforcement.
Yeah.
Um, I do know it's in Houston, though. That's what I can tell you.
Right.
Does she have a
I don't.
boyfriend?
I think
At
she
the time,
texted
though,
to
she
try
had
to
an
ask.
ex-boyfriend.
I'm sorry, what? I interrupted you.
I said at the time of Aaliyah's disappearance, no, she did not have a boyfriend. She had an ex-boyfriend.
Okay. Do we, mm, and I know you may not know this, but do we know how long ago he's been her ex?
No, not at
Okay.
this certain moment.
Okay.
I feel bad asking all these questions because I know that you're having a hard time right now.
I do too.
Um,
It's
I was just
it's
wondering the
important
last.
to it's important to get any and all information that I possibly can out there
Yeah. I
because
was just gonna say,
I want
yeah,
her home safe.
yeah. I know, baby girl. I know you do.
Um,
I'm so
did
sorry.
they say what their last conversation with her was as far as coming out there? I mean, did she seem like, was she excited about it? Was
Yeah,
she
literally,
okay? Was she like,
she was literally on her way down there.
Hmm.
okay?
That's why she was in Houston.
Yeah. And she was excited to go down there, from what we
I mean,
understand.
anytime
Um.
Aaliyah was hurting, she would always travel down to Corpus Christi to be with family.
Yeah.
And she was tired of being homeless, and this was her fresh start.
Right.
Oh,
This
she was
was her time
homeless?
to, yeah.
Okay.
After her mother passed away, she struggled with being homeless.
Yeah. But
Up
she had
until
been staying.
recently, when she had gotten the vehicle and she was traveling from San Antonio to Corpus Christi. Sorry.
You're
You're
okay.
good.
But she had been staying with somebody at that apartment complex, from what we were told, right, Devin, a while ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I can tell you guys, and I do greatly apologize about this, but I at this time I cannot disclose any information about the apartment complex.
Oh, I already told them.
Okay.
I told them we couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah. And they understand. And, um, guys, if y'all can, there's 467 of us in here. Um, Devin, can you give them your FB page? Um, is it Devin and the
That's
Missing?
just yeah, it's the same name as on here.
But I'm just begging y'all to please go over to that page and share out her flyer to anybody and everybody you can think of. Um, and do it like every day until she's found, if you don't mind. Lena, there is a search that they're gonna do, but
It's a private search happening
yeah,
at this
and
moment.
the reason is because um, They just,
The search and rescue team that is going to be searching did work very, very close with Aaliyah's mother.
yeah.
And if you knew anything about what Aaliyah's mother did, Aaliyah's mother is the founder of Search and Rescue SATX, which is a search and rescue organization.
Hmm. Yeah, Nina was fantastic. Lena said, "Okay, I'm near there and would help," and I'm sure at some point that they may ask. Hopefully, it won't come to that. Hopefully, we won't need that. But I'm sure if it is needed, that they will probably ask for some help, and when they do, I think Devin will let us know. But they're just trying to keep it like.
As of right now, what our plan is as far as this weekend goes is to kind of search the area, talk to anybody that we possibly can to gather as much information as possible at this point. And Eniki, yeah, she had an amazing team. Some of Nina's team is with me.
Hmm. What can we do to be the most helpful? I mean, in my
Share
opinion,
the flyer,
yeah,
say
would
her
be
name.
share the flyer. And what'd you say, Bud?
I said, share the flyer and say her name.
Hmm.
Does she have social media?
Uh, yeah, she hasn't been active on it though.
Okay.
Somebody in the comments said she has 5 Instagrams, but only one is unprivated.
Yeah,
Carrie, that's Devin's music. She's
yeah,
got
I've
the
got
lullaby. She about puts me to sleep all the time with that.
yes, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. It's peaceful.
Sorry, I got distracted.
You're okay.
Thank you, Marge.
Yeah, Marge. Hi, Marge.
Um, we will update. Going off of the comment that I seen, I do plan to keep everybody as updated as I possibly can. Um, just with it being an open and active investigation,
Yeah.
we're very what's the right word?
Y'all go by the rules. Like you're very strict about following
Well,
certain protocol, I think, and it's very respectable. Maybe that's not the right words,
we
but
we have to abide by law enforcement, and we can't share too much to where it could damage the investigation, if that makes
Mm,
sense.
absolutely.
But my plan is to keep everybody updated as much as I possibly can. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I'm probably gonna be live almost every single day until Aaliyah is found.
yeah. And
Because
We'll
whenever
give
you're
you
not
a follow
live,
right now.
yeah, whenever you're not live, I'm gonna try to go live about it too, if that's okay with you, because I would like to. I don't want to. I'm gonna try to send everybody to you when you're live, and that way we get a bunch of people in there. And when you get tired, I can do a live too. I don't mind at all.
Everyone, please follow Devin on the
I
panel.
was just about to say that. Thank you,
Hmm.
Alabama.
You're welcome.
She's in the big box, and make sure you set
And
your
then
notifications.
go over to the Book of Faces and give her page a follow over there and share out the flyer, please.
Oh, Dewey, honey, I'm so sorry.
What's wrong with Dewey? Oh,
Dewey's sister passed the same
I'm
time.
sorry, Dewey.
Yes, there are flyers posted already. You can go to FB and you can the Book of Faces and go to Devon and the Missing, and she will have it on there, and you can share it out from there. They are in the process. I don't know that they have it up all the way, but of making a page for her. And I can't remember what it's called, Devon.
Do what?
The Book of Faces that y'all made the group for her that Munchie was making. I can't remember.
Please help find the Leah Glass.
Okay, let me put it in the chat.
Did her dad tell you or anybody like what their last conversation was?
Um,
I mean, was she
I don't think
like
it's.
fussing with
I'll have to
anybody?
check on that, to be honest.
I mean, it may
Um,
not be